Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Proverbs 245. Proverb today is feed a cold and starve a fever. Yeah, this is a very common proverb. I've heard this my whole life. This has often been repeated. Anytime somebody gets sick, this is often what people say. All right, anybody want a screenshot now? All right, let's get right into it. This often heard proverb means literally what it says. The belief is that eating more is a good way to fight the common cold, and eating less will help to cure a fever, or that the fever will burn out faster by starving or by fasting. Let's continue. The origin of this proverb dates back to a 1574 dictionary, so it goes that far back. It was written by John Whittles. He actually had the quote that fasting means, that's when you don't eat for a long time. Sometimes it's for religious reasons, but sometimes it's also for health reasons. Fasting is a good remedy. Remedy is also a cure. Fasting is a good remedy of fever. So he was saying this was a good way to get rid of the fever. The belief at that time, in the 1500s, was that by eating, one helped to create warmth for the body, and this helped to fight off the cold. However, if that's true, you don't want to add warmth to a fever because your temperature is already higher. The belief was that by avoiding food, that helped to cool the body down when it was overheated. So that was their logic. That was their thinking back at that time. All right, now let's take a look at some examples today, because I did go to try to check to see if they still think that this is true. And let's look at the first example. Nowadays, most doctors say the proverb to feed a cold and starve a fever is only half right. You should feed both. Okay. All right, so let's look at the second example here. Some medical professionals say don't follow the proverb, feed a cold and starve a fever. You need to feed a fever because the rise in body temperature burns a lot of calories. Thus, you need to eat more or especially drink more. And the reason for this is your system is dehydrated. Yeah, between the body temperature that's burning liquid in you, and then you're also sweating through fever and sweating, and the immune system needs more energy. So that's the logic that most doctors or medical professionals say today. So they're actually saying you should feed both. Okay, and here's the third one here. Some say the proverb feed a cold and starve a fever is an old wives' tale. Well, remember, we often hear old wives' tale. Some of them have proven to be not true, but some of them have also, there is some value still in some of them, but a lot of people consider them that, maybe you shouldn't really completely pay attention to them because they all haven't been scientifically proven. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope it's informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.